Hey guys. All right. Hey guys, it's Jan's Crazy Life. If you're watching the playback, hold on. I am just showing 2 new projects that I worked on. And I'm going to wait for some people to join really quickly. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. And just making sure everyone can hear me, and waiting for people to jump on. No one's in here, but like, how cute is this? Oh. Hey Anna. I'm just waiting for some more people to jump in, and I'm going to show this project. How adorable is this little bitty junk journal I made? So this is a composition book, and this is the size of this little bitty junk journal I made. No, I'm going to give it to you in a minute. Oh, here we go. Sorry. You know how it goes, Anna. You got kids. They don't care if you're live, if you're busy. Okay, here. I'm going to give you this, and then you have to go play, okay? Okay. Say thank you.
Thank you. I'll just play in all midnight.
Okay, shut the door.
Okay.
Bye. Oh, well, I got this idea from Carrie, and she sent me a little bitty junk journal, and so I was like, how cute is that? Yeah, I have 4. I have 16, 9, 7, and 2. So busy, crazy. Hold on 1 second. Anyway, so I am, oh, that's cool. Tina, welcome to the channel. My husband be setting up stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. It tells me that someone subscribed. That's so cute, right? I'm like, I didn't even know. All right, so like let me show you guys this. Oh, so Pam made me this journal, and it's just a composition book that she decorated, right? Hey, Little Craft Creations. So she decorated this for me, and I call it my YouTube journal, right? Because it's a way to keep track of people and what's going on and whatever else. So I got the inspiration, and I made this for my sister, and it's basically a composition book, right? And a lot of people do these and they decorate it, but this was like my way of doing it. And if you look, there's tabs on the side, and then there's tabs at the top. So like inside it has, and I did half a page on some, so that way you could still write on it. Hey, yeah, Pam, Tater's mom. So I basically, every 10 pages is decorated, kind of. So on this one goes at the top, and then it goes 10, so half of the page is decorated at the top. So it starts there, and then 10 pages later, it has a full page, and then there's a tab over here. And then 10 pages later, there's a half a page with a tab at the top, and then another 10 page full page with a tab on the right. And so on. And then I'm just gonna show, and beautiful, like vintage, and I edged up the tops and with Tim Holtz oxide. And then there's that paper, and then there is there's this one. And then there's this one, and there is this one. How cute is that? So here is, oh, hey Patty. Hey Anna. Hey Cheryl. Hey So did you miss it, Carrie? Look at this. So it's so pretty, right? And the paper is like this, where it's kind of like embossed. And then this one too, with the bird and the flowers on the back. And then probably, but yeah, I prefer to do my lives this way. It's set up on my desk this way. So anyway, so it's so pretty. And I love that I did, where you can pretty much like, she can pretty much mark like whatever here and whatever here. And there's enough tabs, honestly, because I thought about this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think they're, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I probably could have done it where she could have used it by the month. I could probably add another one, but I know she won't use it for that. So I don't know. I thought it was really pretty and I loved it. So on to the mini junk journal. And Carrie, I did add book corners to it. How cute. So this is, so these are my, we're on the no spend. So I have to make 25 items before I can buy anything, which is kind of like, hello. I'm like getting antsy about it. Last night I was having a struggle. I just got to stop watching people's videos for real. So the inside, I sewed this ribbon on, right? And this is fabric. And then I did stitch it with wax thread on it. And it's all sewn. I hope you guys can see where I sewed on. Hold on. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I did sew down this part to give it stability, and then I sewed the fabric all the way on it. On the inside is paper, and there's these little fabric pockets that I sewed down, as well as sewed this lace on so you don't have to worry about it moving. I made a bunch of little miniature tags, and I sewed this really pretty, and this is vintage, so this isn't like new. This is vintage, and it's kind of fallen apart, but it'll work. And it's vintage eyelash trim. Those minis are everything. Yes. Here's the thing. They were, it's, yeah, the center. They were, this wasn't no joke. Like, I didn't do a lot of sewing in here besides like just the cover, because it didn't want to work, right? With the, like, it was ripping. It was not working like I wanted it to. I also did something else that I'll show you in a second. So anyways, I used cardstock here and sewed that eyelash trim on. And then there is, and I kind of used brown paper, but I wanted you to be able to actually write in most of this. So there is actually, you know, paper in here, and I use, so I get these newspapers all the time, right? So what I did was I wanted to use them. So I basically cut this down to the size that I needed and put it in here. Well, you can't really write on the newspaper, and sewing on this paper does not work, by the way. But so what I did is I got some brown paper or different and white paper and glued it on. So that way, even though you have the newspaper in there, you could still write on it. And so every page you can write something in it. And I even like glued little pockets with the little pages on the newspaper, and then made these really cute miniature journaling cards and stuck them in the pockets. And then, so that's the newspaper, and it has like, it's so cute. And then I put, you know, this is paper, not cardstock. And then just, I like that it said, did you know? And so I made that paper a little smaller. And so this one, I made like a hidden pocket. So I made a tag, but I didn't cut out the top, so you could just use it like as a journaling spot. And it's kind of like a hidden little pocket right here. Sorry, I need to remember I'm zoomed out, but I want you guys to see all the details. So then I so I just put a bunch of paper, and there's all kinds of little things. And so here is another like hidden pocket up here with the tag in it. And so it's basically the same thing, and there's a lot of paper in here. I wanted a lot. So here's what I did. I always put an envelope in the pocket, but I put these two little things that I got as special gifts, and I wanted them to be in here because I thought this was super special. So I did a different kind of signature tie where they both come out, but it's super sturdy. So it basically has like a middle part and the two ends, because I think that when you're doing a signature, it's really important to go to as far to the very end as possible, because if you don't, the paper has a tendency to shift and rip. So if you notice, like, it is as far out as possible, but with it closing in the whole thing. So anyways, there is this little bitty pocket with journaling cards, and there's like 5 of them in there. And then look at this, I made my own library card. Do you see how cute is this? It's so cute that I made. Well, I always put a journal, a library card in here, and I was like, well, I'm going to make one. And I use this paper because it was my scraps, but I thought this red was really cute. So, oh, Patty, you should try. It's not as complicated as people think. And the funny thing is, there's a million different ways you can do it. I know, right? The mini library card is everything. So I made this. I like counted out, and then I do own a ruler. A lot of people don't think. Carrie sent me this one, and she sent me another big one, but this is a Tim Holtz. What's good about Tim Holtz ruler is most people don't know this, but it's got little dots in it to where you can stick a needle through it. That's something smart too about his ruler. Anyway, so I made my own little library card, and so the back is the same, where it's got like the pockets at the top, and it's got the hidden sides, and the back pocket in the back, and then the person can add whatever, or my sister can add whatever she wants or do whatever. But the funny thing is, like, it's easy, you can use it, and it is it's functional. The binding was easy. So what I do is, they have a binding kit. They have a binding kit, right? You can get a binding kit anywhere. But I have, like, you can use regular thread, but on this one, I was worried that it being so small, I wanted to make sure I use the sturdy. So this is called wax binding thread. And like, this whole kit with the needle was probably like $8 on Amazon. But, so this is the owl. And what I do is I just put it, so what I did with these, because they're so small, is I take these binder clips and hold it in place on both sides. So the book was just like this. And I just took the owl, I really didn't measure it, and I just stick it in just like this, poked all the way through till it went all the way through. And then you have these big old needles, and I have them. And so I just basically ran it through. It's super simple. Put my thread on there, ran it through, started here and left some out. And then it's pretty easy. And the binding doesn't have to be a certain way. If you love it, like, you know what I mean? I did a special stitch where, if y'all notice, there's this little bitty one right here. And then there's these 2 big here. And that, I just wanted it to be super sturdy and not shift, because I don't like when junk journals are not, I don't like when the paper shifts. And if you don't do them properly, the paper will shift, and if the paper shifts, it's going to rip. On Amazon, like, just type in Amazon book binding kit. Yeah, it's easy. The only thing I would recommend is just, like I said, make sure you go to the edge as far as possible and get it together and make it tight, because if it's not tight, the pages are going to shift, and if your pages shift, they're more likely to rip. But that's what I keep. I just have, this is the most important tool you'll need, is an owl. They have, Tim Holtz has special tools and whatever. I just prefer this because It's heavy and it doesn't take much. Like, guys, look at this book right here. And let me zoom out a little bit. So it doesn't take much. So this is pretty thick paper, but if you look, it doesn't take much to go, and I'm trying not to poke a hole in my desk, all the way. See how I'm just coming through? And I'm barely even putting pressure. So hold on, let me get it to focus. See how it's poking through? So with this, hey Deb, with an owl and like a big thing, it's super, it makes it a lot easier to make one of these. And so really, a junk journal can be anything. I don't really consider mine junk journals because junk journals are, the whole theory on junk journals is you take junk and you make stuff with it. And so I'm not really taking, I mean, with this one was the junkiest journal I think I've made because it is kind of scraps and whatever else. But even then, it's super clean line. So I just wanted to, yeah, and that's my whole thing is I think that's why I tend to use a sewing machine. And I could have, on this, I could have used a sewing machine and sewn it all the way down, but I wanted it to have like a junk journal feel. So that's why I sewed it on there. No problem, Patty. No problem at all. And so what's everyone working on today? And then I wanted these beads to stick out on the bottom. Like I wanted the charms because I was like, I'm going to add some more like little charms to this with my bowl with some pins that I have. But I wanted these two charms to kind of hang out, but I didn't want them to go in the middle of the book where it kind of like made it bulky. So I cut it just where they hung out of the bottom. I thought that was cute. How adorable. But I need to get this in the mail and start working on something else. So that is 13, I think 13, 12 and 13 down. 12 and 13, yay. No spend, guys, no spend. All right. And I thought it was super cute. And these two go together. And they're a gift, and that is super cute. I think the composition book thing is really cute too. I think it is a cute idea. It's just a composition book that you decorate, and I wanted it to be really simple, but it, you know, it has a lot of detail. I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I really like that's why me and you were talking about, Carrie, is I really like doing the 25 projects because I don't want to make the same thing. And y'all know in my last video, I made cards. So I kind of want to mix it up, and I'm probably going to work on some mixed media stuff, but it's a good way to make things that you haven't had time to work on. My thing this year is I'm planning on, besides Carrie, and I'm planning on not doing any swaps. I might host some challenges and stuff, but I just want to craft to craft. I don't want to feel obligated to make stuff for other people. You know what I mean? Or like, I know that sounds horrible. I want to be able to make something, and if I send it to you, I send it to you. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to feel, you know, I don't want to be in any swaps or anything of that nature without like it being a challenge where, I don't know. Yeah, mixed media is, I'm looking forward to that. That is my next thing. This is loud. Sorry, guys. This is my sewing ruler, and this is a Tim Holtz one. The sewing ruler is kind of cool too because it's so old and dirty. I've had this forever, but it has, each one of these little boxes are a square. So this is exactly 2 inch, but it has like 1 inch squares, 1 inch squares, 1 inch squares. And so I use this a lot because, let me get a piece of white paper. See how this ruler is really fun. It's a sewing ruler, but it's done by squares. So if that makes sense. So it's a lot easier to measure. Like I can look at it when I measure something and go, okay, that's 3 point blah, blah, blah. And then by the little ones, it breaks it down. I love this ruler. Use your Tim Holtz products. I know. I was like, Carrie, you better use that Tim Holtz. Yeah. Well, I haven't really, I don't know. I'm planning on doing a couple of challenges. And with the challenges, I'm going to be super strict about it. I'm going to make them where, like, they're going to be swaps with them like other people. But I'm going to make it to where everybody has to send it to me. And then it gets sent out. That way, if you don't send on time, you don't get any. You don't get involved. Because, like, I think it's important for people to be mindful of other people's time. And I think that if you don't have the time, you know, probably should skip it. You know what I mean? And I think the swaps that are out there in people's group are really fair when people have them sent all to one person. Versus, and I understand stuff happens and life can get crazy, but I think that, you know, you should be mindful of other people's time. So that was all I wanted to show you guys. And I think I need to work on a scanning oh, look at this, guys. So I've had this for a while and we were talking about hoarder stuff. So I've never shown this and I bought it to use, but I hoard it. Look at this glare. So I didn't buy it. Someone got it for me, but you could buy this. Look at this, but I hoard it. I don't even open it. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is like, I would never, about the binding kit, need to wait. My whole thing is, I think, I put 100% of whatever I do. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, I don't think I have. Oh, well, look, I got my own. Hold on. Like, when I make journals for people, the 100%, like every page is sewn. So if anyone has ever sewn, you know, it takes a lot of time. And I want someone to put that much time in something they do for me, right? Put in 100%, like don't half-ass it, don't whatever. But not everybody's built that way. So I've learned with me, sometimes it's just easier. If you want to send someone to something, send it to them. If they send you something back, they send you something back. And I think that that's an easier way to do things. You know, and so I've been really fortunate, but I've seen a lot of people get kind of not be so fortunate. So anyways, I got this. Look how cool this is. So it has a date stamp, a pencil, but it's got, you want me to open it up? I'll open it up. And I never have opened it up. This is called the hoarder problem. Hey, Mary Beth. I didn't text you because I figured you're busy. So check this out. So let's look at the back. It says the perfect gift for a reader. So here's the thing. My dream in life is to have my own library, right? I want a room. I want a craft room where it has like shelves of books that I don't use, right? That I've read, that I enjoy, because I'm an avid reader, right? So how cool would it be to have your own library cards? But anyway, that was the premise of my husband getting this for me. But anyway, so look at this kit. It's so cute. So let me open it. We're talking about me hoarding this little kit, Mary Beth. You missed my projects. But I will show them again in a minute just in case someone else did. Hold on, I'm like, is there something holding this together? Let me see if there's any glue or anything around it. Tape. Nope. So it should just pop up in theory. There you go. So check this out. So it comes with, it doesn't come with a lot. The box is prettier. It comes with, and look, it's got this self-adhesive. Sorry about the glare. But it comes with, I'm trying to see what it comes with. These are the library pockets, but it has like the ink, the little stamp, and then a pencil. And it says, you put the date of, I guess, when you check it out. Loan to the date. And how cool is that? So I'm sure on the back it tells me how many it has, but I've had this for a while. I probably should have shown it before in my hoarder stash. Kind of. So we have a huge family room that is a game room, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers in here, and it's like where my husband's office is, so I kind of share it with him and the kids. But they're pretty respectful of like my time, and they're not always in here, but they are. It is, oh, so there's 20 cards, 20 adhesive stamps, a date stamp, a stamp pad, and a pencil. That's cool. All right, I think that was all I was going to show y'all that I was hoarding. More hoarder stuff. Oh, this was the other thing. Like, have you guys seen these Carpet GM stickers, the Reset Girl? These are super cute. I'm not hoarding these. I was going through some stuff and I found these and I'm like, oh, these are cute. And I'm probably going to use them in this journal. But I think there's 2 pages of 4 different ones. But like, how cute are these, right? So I'm obsessed with these little word things. Tim Holtz has a bunch of them, but look at these. So it says adorable girl. It just has different sayings, but I thought these were really cute. Just to stick on anything, or if you're a journaler, look at the back one. Get your crafty on. So cute. And then, so there's just, you get 2 pages and 4 different ones. But I really thought it was cute. And then I was showing this, Mary Beth. So this is the mini junk journal that I made. And I'm going to stick some of these words in there. How cute is this, right? I know, they're so cute. I don't even know where I got them from. I think I ordered them online, apparently, because I would have done them in a haul otherwise. But they're called the Reset Girl Word Label Stickers by Carpet GM. And then, I don't know. So look, Mary Beth, I'll show you real quick for the people that might have missed it. Here is the mini. This is a composition book, so you guys can get an idea of how small this is. And look, so it's all sewn, and I sewed lines down here to give it stability. It's all sewn. There are book corners on it. So here is, I sewed this lace so you can close it. There is a sewn in pocket, and there's all these little tags I made. And this is a vintage eyelet trim that is sewn on, and then it's just kind of, I use newspaper that gets delivered. So I actually cut up newspaper and then used it and made little pockets. I couldn't do a lot of sewing in it because it was so small that the paper was kind of not working in the sewing machine. But there's like hidden little pockets in it. And then I made a miniature library card. Hey, Kennedy. Is Kennedy in here? I didn't see Kennedy. Oh, there she is. Hey, Kennedy. Okay, have fun. See you at 7. Okay, bye, Patty. Look at this mini junk journal. How cute is this? Look at the mini library card. I mean, so stinking cute. And then there is this envelope with little journaling pockets. I don't know. It's so cute. But look what I put in here, Kennedy. Not being greedy with the hoard. Hey, Jen. How are you doing? Anyway, so that is... And then it's just a mini junk journal. And then I made that. Hold on. I'm going to move that to the side. And then I made this composition book. And I got this from... This was inspired from the one Tater's mom made me. This is my YouTube journal that Tater's mom made me and decorated so beautifully. And I use it for everything. And it's funny, hers looks like it has more paper than this one, but I think it's just because she added, she sprayed the paper. Okay, thanks, Anna. Thanks for watching. So I basically decorated the front and the back and of the cover. And then every 10 pages has,
Where's Louie?
I don't know. She's not in here. Go throw that away. Throw the banana peel away. Okay, so anyways, I have every 10 pages has a half page, or it opens up here where it's got the tabs, or on this side. So every 10 pages has a whole page, or it flips the opposite to a half a page, or a whole page, or what's next? A half a page. How cute is this, right? So I'm like, I need to make some more of these. So simple. You're always talking about projects. You know, I was talking to Carrie. I want to do a challenge where I challenge people to be able to use one whole paper pack. Like, you could make these, you can make junk drawers. Think about all of the things, cards, to challenge people to use one paper pack, that no matter what projects you're working on, no matter what you're doing, you're not allowed to use anything but one paper pad. Oh yeah, I know, that's exciting. So it kind of, I'm all about, I've learned, me and Carrie talk about this all the time, the more stuff you have, the more limited your creativity is. And I feel like at times it can be overwhelming and hard to even focus. So think about how creative you would have to be with your projects if you only had one paper pad to use. You could not use anything else but that one paper pad. I think that that would be really cool. My phone is ringing. Hold on, guys. Hello? All right, it was weird. Sorry. It was an own number. I don't know what that is. All right, sorry guys, I got sidetracked. What? That's not asking too much. That's asking you to be creative. Can you be creative? Because if you can't be creative, then I'm asking too much. I know, right? Yes. And I think that that would be a good challenge. Look at this washi tape. Y'all know my thing that I'm doing this year in 2018 is I am going to use washi tape for everything. So I literally yesterday on my live, or not yesterday, I think it was the day before yesterday, I used up 2 rolls of washi tape. It can be done, guys. So in here, my paper was a little short and I didn't want it. So I used this really pretty vintage washi, and then there's another one over here. Sorry. So I use these 2. And then I'm not done with this journal completely. So I'm going to take some of this washi and I'm going to like use it smartly in here. And then I'm also make like little bitty, you know, those plastic Tim Holtz like playing cards. I'm going to wrap some of that washi around and put some washi samples in here. Use up the washi, people. And I know, right? With 6x6 at Christmas, I have 5 sheets left and plan on using them for fall. Yes, I think that we need to, like, it's not about use up what we have. Like, for me, I'm like focusing on that this year, but it's about, I think we're less creative the more stuff we have, right? And somehow, you know what? I think we have an urge to buy what people are showing us because we're like, hey, what they're doing is really cool. Let's put aside that I have so much stuff that I could make. I need exactly what they have so I can make what they're making, right? And so I think that we need to get out of that mindset, right? Of let me get what they have so I can make what they're making, and think of, hey, I have this, let me use what I have to make that, right? Right? I know. So that's what I'm focusing on this year. This year I'm focusing on, I seen Carrie's journal. I had this fabric. Now this fabric, I love the colors. It says Chardonnay on it, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to use it. My 2-year-old's screaming like a lunatic. Anyway, so that's my whole thing is I know, use the washi. Yes, we should. You should be like bow down. And like, how amazed are we when we see people use all of their stuff? We're pretty amazed because not many people do that. But I think we have to get out of the mindset of, hey, I need to buy what they're using so I can make what they're making. And we need to think, hey, use what you have. Like this paper, y'all know that I probably hauled this, 6 months ago and never used it. So I'm like, I'm going to use it. And if it's over, it's over. And the whole thing is there's beautiful paper out there. But how cool is it to have all these projects used with this beautiful paper? So I was going to do, I have this paper pad that I've had for a while. And I was going to mess around with this. And I was thinking of ripping different sheets out and making a front of a tag or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to be super creative. Trying to get out of that mindset. Yeah. Yes, we need to. We need to stop thinking that way. And I think that that's our problem. We need to. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm the worst one to buy stuff that people, tools, like in paper or whatever, and then sit here and fold the envelopes old school way. Like, you know what I mean? Do the same way that I do it. So I think that the more stuff we have, the less creative we have. So why we need to do a challenge where we're like, hey, you have to use one. Like, here's the thing. How cool would the challenge be if we say, you have to pick one paper pad and like 3 things of washi. You can add, or no, maybe we should just do the paper pad. Because the paper pad is, if you can bring whatever you want with it. You just aren't allowed to pull any more paper but that. Quarterly reports, what we use. Yeah, we should. I think that would be really smart. Again, I am convinced that the more we have, the less creative we are. But to me, it seems dated. Yes. I know. And that's the whole thing is we need to use what we have. I think that the more stuff we have, the less creative we are. And so to find ways. And here's the thing. That's why you need to choose your paper pad wisely, right? Choose wisely, girls. Choose wisely. Because here's the thing. If I say, for instance, I picked this paper pad, right? Dude, I can make this paper pad Easterish. I can make this paper pad, Christmas. You can add your own stuff. So like the rules are you can add, sequins, you can add glitter, you can add ribbon, you can add washi, you can add whatever you want, lace to bring it to God. So the whole thing is choose your paper pad wisely, because that's going to be the only catch. But here's the thing. Out in our mind, if we can retrain the way we think, we might not need to buy Valentine's Day paper anymore. We might not need to buy Christmas and every holiday, because if we train our minds to say, look at what Deb created. Look, y'all, go check out Deb's channel, because look what she created with her paper pad and her other stuff, making it look Easter, right? Making it look all these kind of ways. And that is like what I want to do, right? I think that we're all creative people, and we're learning from each other and getting ideas, but we need to get out of the mindset. Preach, Jan, preach. We need to get out of the mindset, hey, I like what she's doing, and in order for me to do that, I need all of the exact items that person has. If that makes sense. All right, my preaching is done for today. So, yeah, see, that's my problem is I tell myself, okay, I tell myself that I'm not buying any more paper pad but seasonal. And I really am not. I really am not. gonna buy. I need to not buy more paper. Shameful, shameful, shameful. So, I hope that you guys... I bought a stash mug just by cuteness, and it's trendy and dated. Yeah, I think we need to get creative from each other. And like, guys, if y'all don't have a YouTube, like, add me to Instagram, and when you post stuff, tag me so I can get inspiration behind y'all and learn from y'all and make videos and tell y'all about who I got inspiration. So you don't necessarily have to, you know. I think I'm going to create, I think I'm going to create a Facebook group. I have one with like my name, but I need to create a Facebook group too, because I think that would be... What? When did they have the 24-hour? Don't tell me that. Gail, shame on you. Yeah, it's out of control. No, but I think the problem is I'm not as creative. You know, let me tell you. I think when everything flipped for me was doing December Daily. December Daily was very challenging for me. Okay, let me tell you. It wasn't challenging like to the sense of like, what am I going to do? I literally, here's what I did. Every day I said, I want to do something different, because I get the one question I get asked is, what do you do with these books? And so I wanted to use different things. I didn't put any thought into it every day. I would never be like, oh, well, since, you know, I never put any thought into it until I did it. And let me tell you what I learned about doing December Daily. I learned that it was so creatively freeing. It was so freeing. And I learned you don't need all the stuff, right? I like to sew. Sewing's my thing. That's my niche. And I'm really good at sewing. So I need to remember sewing is my niche, right? But I think that, like, I mean, everything was done with the simplest things. And I used a lot of, I don't know, I think I used more, someone's at the door. It's probably mail. But I think like the days that I used the least amount of embellishments were my best days. Like this one was super simple, and it was just a piece of paper with a card someone sent me. And I think that, so December Daily was a very big lesson for me that you don't need crazy amounts of things to make something pretty. And I really like bought enough stuff that I probably won't need to buy Christmas stuff anymore. When is it? I'm on a spend for, I can't buy anything without Facebook for us old school girls. No, I do Instagram. So like, that's why I said, do you have, besides YouTube, do you have Instagram? Instagram is really easy. It was super intimidating, but it's so easy. It basically is a place where, like, kind of like YouTube, where it's on your phone and you add different people, and all you do is take a picture. So say, for instance, you're crafting, you take a picture and add it on there. I'm just using it as a background noise. Someone is starting in February Daily. I never heard of that. I thought it was just cool, but I truly enjoyed the December Daily. So I decided, yes, I like art journals and that's my whole thing is like, so I don't show, and I probably won't show a lot of my painting on YouTube. I did it in December Daily because December Daily was really personal for me, and it was about my kids and whatever. So when I painted the pictures, I wanted to add them in here because this is a book that's going to probably be in my family forever, right? So when I painted the Christmas tree, but the reason why I don't share a lot of painting is because I feel like painting is the only thing. Oh, I stopped it because just don't make a new one and don't add those people. But anyway, I feel like painting is the only thing that I do just for myself. It's the one thing that I do just for me and no one else. So I share it with like friends and family. I'm like, look what I did. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, so you should create a new one and just add like just crafters. Add like us. on there, because I think everyone pretty much is, I have on IG. I have a Victoria, she's in this collab with us. She only does IG. I'm sure she watches the videos, but she's doing the 25 Project Collab. Like, this is so ridiculous, guys. Look at this. The 25 Project Collab. And she's only doing it on Instagram. So, I think that that's cool. So, I think that you know, just to show your creative. Here's the other thing. I think it's really important to show things, right? Where I'm doing this, right? So, say, for instance, I'm in this challenge, right? And I have to make 25 projects. And I'm doing it for myself, right? Well, there's not a rush, right? So if y'all don't see me come on here every 2 days showing something, you're going to be like, what's she doing? She's doing something else. You know what I mean? So there's kind of an accountability when you have to post things or share it with other people. Yeah, we would love that. But I think there's an accountability too, right? There's an accountability when you're doing something with other people. And I think that's the point of these challenges, that when you do it with a collab member and when we talk about it, is I think that you're held accountable when you're, you know, other people are depending on you or other people are doing it. If that makes sense. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to jump on here and share my creative thought process. Dude, Deb, guys, I'll let you know. I think y'all need to start using your minds and looking at one of your paper pads that you have. And don't go get a paper pad where you only got like 10 papers left. Come on, guys. We need to like start thinking about it, and let's start doing the let's do a paper, one paper. After I get through doing this, I got to do some other stuff. I think that, you know, we need to come up with some more details about it, and then we can figure out, you know, I know that you guys have to use your planners and you'll have to do certain things with that. And so that kind of would be like, maybe we have one thing that's off limits to where, okay, on this specific thing. But I think with me, I'm going to want to just use that paper pad. If I use paper, I need to be able to use that paper pad. Yeah, because I'm telling you guys, think about what I said after this live. We are less creative the more we have. We really are. And the less you have, the more creative you have to be. All right, well, I'm going to let everyone go. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. They're staying warm, or they're enjoying the warm weather because it warmed up here. And everything is going good. I'm praying for the people in California and the mudslides that they've had. And so know that you guys are all in my thoughts, and I will hopefully have some more projects to show you guys tomorrow. I opened 2 12x12s for 2 specific projects today, working on them into the night. Oh, cool. You should do a live. I know that you have a laptop and you got that new camera. You should do a live, Deb, and let us talk to you while you're doing it. Run it live, Deb. And I've been praying for you in your journey. I know that you're going through trying to. I just bought a Fitbit, so I'm probably going to start joining that journey with you. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Have a good time. Bye, guys.